Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Mount Carmel, and we're going to talk with a young lady named Lisa Varano, outstanding student athlete, number one in her class, president of her class. Her mom is going to join us as well. She's the head basketball coach, and of course, Mount Carmel in the state AA playoffs are going to take on Dunmore next. Well, Allie, welcome into the show. Tell us about your experience. What's it like to be a student athlete there at Mount Carmel?
It's definitely hard managing all my time, but you just have to stay dedicated and take it one thing at a time.
Well, you've done such a great job at managing. I mean, nobody's been better. You're number one in your class, so you've managed it better than anybody else. Tell us about what you like about the sports that you play there and, of course, what you're doing academically.
My grades are really important to me, so I always try to focus on them a lot and make sure that I get my studying done. And then also on the side, if I'm not studying, I'm usually running or playing one of my sports that I do.
Let's first talk about basketball because that's the next thing at hand. You're going to be playing Dunmore. And, of course, tell us about your team. How talented are the Red Tornadoes there for Mount Carmel?
It's just been an amazing experience being with my teammates who are also my best friends. Our team this year, we were kind of the underdog, so we weren't really thought of, but we have some really strong people. We have Paige Horning, who's a senior, who's been by me through all of it. And she's on the three-point line. You can't really stop her. Then we have Isabella Steller and Jen Bullock, who are both juniors, along with our big Verano, who was out on injury, and then Allie Parker. And we have a freshman who's as quick as can be that also comes and helps us out.
Allie Verano joining us here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. When you talk about going through the state playoffs and having a good year, feels really good. But you got your mom right by your side. She just happens to be the coach.
Yeah, but it's definitely an interesting experience having my mom as the coach. There's some good days, there's some bad days, but I really wouldn't change it for anything.
Allie, talk a little bit about your mom and the relationship you have, because it's probably challenging to have your mom as the coach. And I'm sure at practice, hey, she's a coach, she's in charge. And when you get home, you're back to it's your mom. She's in charge there as well.
Yep. Sometimes there's some arguing. Sometimes, we're laughing about something. I feel like it will change quick. Well, at practice, I'll just roll my eyes and be like, Mom, come on. But then I have to get serious. I have to put that all aside and get down to basketball. And then when we come home, usually there's still basketball talk 24/7, but we could just put everything aside.
We're talking Mount Carmel area athletics, and of course, Allie Verano, number one in her class academically, does a great job on the field, on the court, wherever she is. She does an outstanding job. Let's bring her mom in now, Lisa Varano, the head coach of the basketball team. And Lisa, tell us what it's like to have your daughter on this team, and of course, the young ladies that have hit the court once again in another successful season.
Well, thank you very much. It's certainly been a joy having Allie with me. We've been very fortunate to have some success over the past 4 years with her, and it's definitely something very special to share with your daughter. As Allie said, there are certainly some times where that mother-daughter relationship comes out a little bit more than the coach, but overall, it's just been such a positive experience. As for the rest of the team, the group of girls that I have this year are such dedicated hard workers that it's really been a pleasure, to coach them. They just come and work so hard every single day, and I'm always getting 100% out of them.
I think one thing when you're a coach and you're a parent of that player, you always have to do that reality check. And the reality check is, tell us the type of player that Allie Verano is when she's out there on the court. Tell us all she does well. And, of course, I'm sure there's always something you're saying, well, if you did that one more time, we'd be in a little better shape.
Well, like Allie said, there's basketball talk 24/7 in our house during basketball season. And, most of the other girls don't really get that. So that's kind of the coach coming out at home. As far as seeing her at practice, she's really somebody that a coach would love to have on their team because, you know that you're going to get, she's just going to give 150% at every single practice and every single game. Her work ethic, I think it just shows in just about everything she does. She makes mistakes, but she's always going to be there just giving it her all for her team. So, as a mom, that certainly makes me very proud. You
couldn't be any more proud of all the different things that she does and her ability to juggle it all. I'm sure you're awfully proud of what she could do academically and athletically, and be able to, still be happy, because that's a lot on her plate.
Well, it is, and I mean, Allie's been very blessed. I mean, she's been very blessed with some talents, and academics are very important, and she has that ability to be able to manage her time very well. And I think it really comes down to her work ethic. I mean, she just works hard, and if she has to stay up till 2, 3 in the morning studying, that's what she's doing to make sure she fits it all in. And sometimes I scratch my head. I honestly don't know how she does it.
Let's welcome back in. Thank you very much, Lisa. Let's welcome back in Allie Verano here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Well, Allie, you play all these different sports. Let's first talk about what you do in the fall: cross country and soccer.
Yep, I just started doing cross country last year and this year. Running was always something that I loved, so I didn't really think that it would be much of a challenge to do both of them. Soccer, I also played since I was little, so I never could give up or pick either one of them. So then when the coaches decided that I can do both, I was just so happy and tried my best at both of them.
And, of course, we're in basketball season right now, and you're hoping that season stretches out just a little longer. And then you'll be hitting the track and field before you know it. And tell us about what you do on the track and field there at Mount Carmel.
I mostly do the sprinting events. I've been in almost about everything. I ran the 100, the 200, the 400. I've been a part of the 4x8 and the 4x4 relay teams. Just last year, I started doing the 300 hurdles, which is what I'm going to focus on for this year, and I've also long jumped a couple times too.
Well, a well-balanced young lady, that's for sure. Hey, you're headed to college. Bucknell University is the school you picked. What were some of the other college choices you had, and why did you say, hey, Bucknell is where I'm going to land?
My top 2 choices came down as St. Joe's and Bucknell, but I picked Bucknell because it was just close to home. Everything about it felt right, and most importantly, it was a very good academic school, and that's what really matters. And I loved everything about the track program. I liked the people, I liked the coaches, and it just felt like it was the right place.
So Bucknell University is where you'll do track and field, and of course you're going to study. Tell us about your major and what your future aspirations are.
I'm going to major in biology and then hopefully go pre-med.
Well, that's absolutely outstanding. What a great career you've had there at Mount Carmel. Sports-rich tradition there at Mount Carmel. Of course, the academics, number 1 in your class, president of your class. Congratulations. You still got more to do over the next several months, Allie, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
That's Allie Verano and her mom, Lisa Varano, here on the John Mendola Show. They're from Mount Carmel area, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.